over they go! Oh! And they go and straight down and bang! Look.
What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Speed Without Engine, the place where fast-paced action meets pure fun. Get ready for some sick designs, crazy crashes, and tons of laughs. Let's go.
And the craft needs to be streamlined as well, which this one might have a problem straight off the bat. Here they go, then hovering heifers off the ramp and straight down. They were expecting. They've travelled 2,300 miles to get here, and they managed to travel 30 feet on arrival. As a matter of course, the minimum distance is 30 feet, and it just went down, it just went splash. Distance is a problem. The performance, though, it has no wings. That's because the pug has no wings. Over they go! Oh! More 33, which is a slight bonus as the other crew members dive in too. Have you ever seen a dog dive off a bridge like that? Well, you have now. Oh! This is as big as you can go. With regard to the dimensions, you can't go bigger. And they're getting a fair bit of speed, and then over they go, and Laura's going to stick with it. We've seen so far. 60 feet the furthest. Almost there, 54, but there we see, really smooth into the water. She was able to hold it right to the end and even landed on her feet, which was great. Not much. We will wait and see. He's ready. Boy, he's ready. Towards the end they go, and straight down and bang! Look at that. He went down hard. He's okay. Let's have a look at the distance. 30 feet. Not what they were hoping for, especially when you take a pounding like this into the river. Look at that, bang. He knew there that he couldn't hold back any further. There it is, with extremely small wings. Off they go. Oh, spectacular off and straight in. That's what happens when you try and fly a 1977 VW bus off a ramp over a river. Should get extra points for that. That took an awful lot of bravery. He might well have collected the Flugtag on the way down as well. But he lives to fight another day. 30 feet. And they're going to try and get as much speed up as they possibly can to give them the best possible chance of some distance. And they are moving quite rapidly along the runway. Now there's separation, and off they go. Separation from the wheels, but they're only going to get... Oh, there we go. That's not too bad. 60 feet. That's quite good, isn't it? That puts them in the lead, and as you can see, they were quickly off the ramp. They got some flight, and I think they'll be happy with that. They've set the mark at 60 feet so far. The Squirrel has got wings. Not the quickest we've seen down the runway. Now, how will it go when it gets to the end? That's not too bad. They've got a little bit of air underneath it, a little bit of distance. It's all about how far they've managed to go. 60 feet is what they've got to beat. And they are 9 feet short. There we see it, look. It was okay, wasn't it? The wheels quickly into the water. But there we see Brandon steering it forward, 51 feet. Quite camouflaged, although the fluorescent pink and yellow might make it easier to spot than anticipated. Here we go then, Team 503 Adventuremobile. Oh, face planted into the water. Face first into the Willamette River at speed, 51 feet. And his head might be ringing after that. Just watch how he goes in, face first, can't stop it, bang. This is a better angle. He knows at this point that he's going to take the full force of it. See whether that translates into a successful run. They certainly think they know what they're doing, and they've been giving it large to the other teams all week in the build-up. Here goes Team Pterodactyl. Oh, nose first. 60 feet is the furthest. And despite the light weight, they only managed 45, or they were giving it the big licks beforehand, and it didn't translate into the kind of flight they were hoping for. It certainly looked the part, didn't it? Just didn't travel as far as it needed to. All of these are from Oregon, Salem in Oregon, and off they go towards the end of the runway, and they've made a decent start. They're traveling a decent distance as well, and they're still going, and that looked long, didn't it? That's as good as they've seen so far. It's all about the distance, 60 feet to beat. They've blown that away. 84 feet, I Dream of Jeannie, blast into the lead. Just thought for a moment there it was going to go into the water, but he keeps it going, gets it back up again. Got a lucky charm for this one here in the sunshine today. So here they go. One of the most bizarre Flugtags that we've seen so far. And RIGSKETGBALL goes over, and bim, bash, bosh. Didn't get very far, did he? What do they get for distance? They get 42 feet. Proof don't fly very well off bridges in Portland, Oregon. There goes Bim. Boom. So here they go then, Team Redonkulous. Not quite as quick as we've seen, but earlier separation. Now there he goes. Did the gliding course pay off? Not quite. How much distance he's got. He managed to stay under there, didn't he? When the water was coming, he didn't budge. And he gets 60 feet, Team Redonkulous. And as we see there, it started off okay, but then just seemed to stall in the air and then nose first. He could have separated from it, but he went with it right to the end, and I admire him for that. Playing rainbow trout from the state of Montana. No speed whatsoever, and straight in, nose first. You can't really get much closer to the ramp than that, can you? It didn't fly at all. 84 feet the furthest. They're going to get the regulation 30. In fact, the fella that's just jumped off the bridge than the Flugtag itself. Look at that, straight over, straight down. Pretty good on the entry in terms of the dive. He kept his legs straight, look at that. So let's see whether a DeLorean flies like they hope it will. Off they go, not very quick at all, but they're going okay. And that's not a bad distance, is it? We've seen a lot plunge into the river before that. Let's have a look at how far they've got. 84 to beat. 63, that's the second furthest that we've seen so far. And that's a pretty good run. Let's see what they get in terms of the performance score as well. It was decent, that, without the speed at the beginning. Had they got a bit more speed before they got to the end of the ramp?